While I was tangled with my boyfriend in bed, I heard violent thumps coming from the door outside. I opened my eyes in a daze. Is someone knocking on the door? The man nibbled my earlobe, his voice hoarse and slurred. Must have been the wind, baby. In front of my eyes, the comments flew past. Sweetie, look at the man in front of you a little closer, won't you? This is hilarious. The MC thought the contract only works one-on-one, but he forgot he had a twin brother from the very same bloodline. Ha ha, ha! Why just one brother if you can have both? She won't have to worry about going hungry ever again. What a lucky girl. As my brain worked to process the information, a man's trembling roar came from outside the door. Hide, you scumbag! Get out here right now! I was a succubus that Jack had picked up from the side of the road. However, he had already stopped feeding me for half a month, saying that I had bullied Stephanie. I protested again and again. I didn't bully her. I just asked her to stop calling you in the middle of the night. I haven't eaten my fill in ages. He sent me a chilly glare. Do you think that's an adequate reason? Then, he took a glance at Stephanie's message on his phone, telling him she wanted to cut contact with him, and his tone took on a tinge of irritation. You've been by my side for ages, but it seems the only thing you've learned how to do is to humiliate people with money. I didn't humiliate her. His gaze was icy cold and judgmental, but I stood my ground, defending myself. It's none of my business if she thinks that money is humiliating. I, for one, think that money is the best thing in the world. Besides, it was clearly her fault in the first place. Sunday nights were the only time I was allowed to feed, and it was already nowhere near enough for a top-ranked succubus like me. On top of that, she would always call Jack, and my feeding session would be cut short by her episodes of getting harassed by men in a restaurant or needing someone to fetch her because she was too drunk. Every single time, Jack left immediately, leaving me high, dry, and most importantly, still extremely hungry. And so, I went to see her in private, handing her some money and asking her if she could choose to call Jack at another time. The moment that proposition left my mouth, she acted as if she'd been humiliated in the worst way humanly possible, gritting her teeth and crushing the banknotes I gave her under her foot. Don't worry, Miss Vesper, I have absolutely no interest in your boyfriend. I wouldn't look twice at that kind of man, so high and mighty, and I'd already rejected him more than 10 times before you two even met. He's the one who said we could still be friends. I didn't expect you to mind so much. Her eyes were rimmed red as she scoffed. Honestly, why does it feel like I did something shameful? Tell him that I won't ask him for help anymore in the future. I don't want to be called a mistress. And with that, she turned and left without a single glance back, all pride and icy arrogance. Her straight, unyielding figure definitely had the ability to stir a man's desire to conquer. I carefully thought over everything she said, and promptly concluded that she wouldn't disturb my feeding again. Before I could be happy about it, however, the whole thing reached Jack's ears, and the man who had always been calm and elegant got angry at me for the first time, believing me to have bullied Stephanie, and to be stubborn enough not to admit it. Do you know how difficult it is for someone as proud as her to ask for help in the first place? Why did you need to destroy her dignity like that? My eyes reddened with tears, but I kept on repeating, but it's not my fault. I had always been obedient, but this was one time I simply refused to bow my head. After going back and forth several times, Jack's patience finally ran dry. Looks like you won't know your place if I don't teach you a lesson. Tugging his tie loose, he stood up, annoyed. That villain